For a while now, it's mattered that like longer form content has chapters. We've known that Google search likes it. It likes to surface search results based on chapter markers, but they've become exponentially more important since this updated rollout from announced at Google I/O. And that's Ask YouTube. They've it's available to right now to premium YouTube users. I think those start at like 10 or 20 bucks a month or something like that. And I suspect in time we'll roll out to, you know, everybody. I think Munchie.
Sorry, my daughter is crawling along the floor.
I thought Munchie was making an appearance.
Thank you so much, Els. I appreciate it.
I thought is she rescuing Munchie from the show?
No, she brought me a coffee. It was very sweet. It's a half day today.
Yeah, I know. I can hear mine downstairs. She should come in and say hi next time. Although that was a lot funnier. So Ask YouTube. It's currently available on YouTube premium plans, but it's changing the way that they produce results, and as a result of that, it should be changing the way that you think about creating content and ensuring that your content is clearly identifiable, chaptered, clearly labeled, clear description. I'm going to give you an example here, and this is not necessarily a business case, but let's say I'd like to learn how to teach my kid to ride a bike. And I'm going to search with Ask YouTube. And it's going to basically curate a series of content to answer that. So it seems to be fairly like templated, where it's going to give you maybe its top full video result. Hey, if you can hit that spot, great. Ignore everything else I'm saying. But for most of us, if you're not winning that top full, you know, video result, it's actually giving me a step-by-step guide. But what's interesting here is, okay, so teaching to ride a bike. The number 1, push, stride, and glide. Number 2, steering, maneuvering. Number 3, the 2 o'clock pedal start. These are from 3 separate videos, and it's isolating and targeting specific chapters within those videos for each of those steps. So it's not just saying, here's the top result based on you know, engagement and view time and things like that for the entire series, but rather it's distilling it into steps using a variety of sources. So I just think it's really interesting. As a consumer, I think it's going to be a interesting shift in how to search and how to, you know, find YouTube content. I think you said something about this pre-show, and it you know, hit me. I feel pretty old and hard. Like I struggle to adapt to some of these new patterns, you know, so I'm not sure how comfortable I am with it yet. Yeah. But as somebody creating content, I mean, I think about it with a shift show, right? We chapter and label our content with timestamps. Are we doing it as well as, you know, as specifically and clearly as we should be, to make sure that we're showing up in these kinds of things, you know, and all of anybody watching that creates YouTube content, it's that much more important. And it's not just chaptering your 20-minute videos, your 40-minute videos, you know, chapter with timestamps your 3-minute videos, to make sure that even if there's just like 20 seconds of really valuable content that you know, YouTube would be able to use, so that they're including it here.
Yeah, it's so funny though, because this is where the old man part of me is like, oh, who would want a step-by-step guide where you have to watch 3 separate videos and switch between them? Like, I want one video. Like when I want to learn how to do something, I want one video. But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and what's interesting to me too is like, so I actually hadn't tried. So I guess I can hover to watch the portion that it wants, and I can just keep going, because otherwise it feels like real disconnected. Like if I have to click into one of these, then what do I have to, like, will it seamlessly like create a playlist? Do I have to come back, you know? If I do click into it, I'm like,
either way, once the pedals are off, you can get started.
So, but I guess you can hover to watch the portions that they want to show you. There's a part of me that's like, look, if I don't have to sit through somebody's, because it used to be like, right, you would create like the long form video to like draw people in, up your view time, boost the algorithm, things like that. And then as a consumer, I'm like, how much of this do I have to sit through to get the 30
I don't know,
seconds
I just like
that's actually going to help
me? Forward.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Well, now they're saving you from that. But
now I've got to watch 3 different videos. Like,
well, and like,
I don't know.
And like how good of a job are they doing at ensuring that like these steps, that there's continuity? Like, does this process make sense? Now, like, it's how I taught my kids. It really is like the push, drag, glide, then steering, then the pedal start. So like, I think it's doing a decent job off of this simple example, but I wonder with more complex things, like, is it really outlining the right steps and content from these like disparate sources? But anyway, definitely worth keeping an eye on. This is, like I said, it's rolled out to premium YouTube users already. I suspect that this will eventually roll out to everybody. And then in time, I would not be surprised if this was, in some way incorporated with Google AI search, even in, some kind of way that the same that, like YouTube chaptering and content is already surfacing. It has been surfacing in Google search results. Yeah. So interesting, definitely worth being aware of if you're somebody who creates content, video content.